Oh, hello. I'm really sorry
Hello.
for. Hello? Listen to me?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. Can you?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, thank
Perfect.
God.
Have you got it to record as well?
Yeah, yeah. Are you comfortable with
You
that?
got it? Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
that's fine.
I'm really sorry for the delay. Um,
Oh,
I hope you're not
that's all
mad.
right. Where are you calling from? Where do you
I'm
live?
I am from Nepal. Do you know that place? It's it's just above India. You can Google it, man. It's a really small country,
Yeah,
and
I do know Nepal. I've never been.
never
Um,
been.
but that's amazing that you're calling all the way from over there. How did you hear about my work? Or
I saw it
from?
somewhere on the internet. I heard about internet, and actually, my friend told me. One of my friend told me like a teacher raps and lets his students understand whatever he's telling by a form of rap, and I thought it was really cool. And since I was just starting this podcast and everything, it was really great to have you on the show, and
Ah, that's
it's
no,
really
that's
cool.
amazing. I think it's great that my work has reached all the way to Nepal. That's interesting.
Yes,
So,
I always wish to.
do you want to just ask me questions, or how does
Yeah,
it work?
yeah, I wanna like we can talk, and I just have some questions as well. I wish I had a teacher as like you as well. If the student didn't understand,
Yeah.
you work really hard and really appreciate your hard work. Um, it's really amazing. I've hardly seen any like teachers like you.
Well, I'm teachers like me, but I think that because I was a musician before I went into teaching, right? So I was specifically asked to teach using rap and hip hop, and that was
Okay. Oh shit.
hello.
I just lost connection.
All right,
Can you?
can you hear me? Can you hear me again now?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I can hear you better.
Okay, yeah. There's not great. I'm in Ireland at the moment, so there's not great signal over here,
Sir,
which
so
is
yeah. How is Ireland, by
yeah.
the way? I always wondered. I think it's a beautiful, beautiful place. But how is
Have
Ireland?
you ever been to the UK or around here?
No, no.
It's Ireland is like it's amazing. It's really green. It's probably a bit geographically. It's probably a bit like Nepal. There's a lot of mountains and a lot of kind of yeah scenery and reach up to the clouds and stuff. So that's what I'm looking. I'm looking out the window now, and that's what I can see. So, but my family are from here, right? So my dad and his dad and his dad, they're all from this part of Ireland. So we come back every year, and then it just happens to be there's a festival at this time. So I got to do some rapping in that and some performing, which was cool because that's what I do. Half my life is spent teaching, and then the other half is spent making music.
Okay. So you love hip hop more. So that's how the fusion came. You hearing?
Yeah,
Oh yeah. So can you tell me like how the life of a teacher,
that's
how it is, like how fulfilling it is?
try again because we lost connection, so I didn't hear that question.
Okay. So can you tell me how a life of a teacher it is? How fulfilling it is?
Fulfilling. I think that teaching is rewarding, but that's not to say that there's some days where you just don't feel like you have made any difference, or some days you feel like you're going one step forward and two steps back. Particularly for me, because the schools that I work in and specialise in, they're not really like mainstream schools. I don't know if you have the equivalent in Nepal, but they're places where so the children I work with, they've been expelled, kicked out of all of their schools, so they don't go to school anymore, and they're in trouble with the law, committing crime, carrying knives and stuff like that. So it's quite an extreme form of teaching. And if I was to teach traditionally and conventionally, it probably wouldn't work, because it hasn't worked for them in the past. So the only option is to try something new, which is why they have me work with music. It's like music therapy, really, helping the kids to rap, and
So
like we produce albums with them and books. Yeah, it's fulfilling. That is fulfilling.
no. So like, do you sometimes feel like, you know, this job is not as much fun? Like the drawbacks of this job as a teacher.
Yeah, it can, like, if people see me on the internet doing like raps in classes and stuff, it can look really fun, but that can be misleading, because there's a lot of hard work that goes on behind the scenes, physically and emotionally. Because
So when and how did you
with
decide
a
that?
lot of crime, you're dealing with a lot of stuff like that.
So when and how did you decide that you wanted to become a teacher?
I think that the decision was made for me already. Like, even when I was at school, because I was doing poetry back as a kid, and I was so passionate about it that the teachers at my school asked me, even though I was still a student, to teach the younger students about poetry, how to do that. So even when I was at school, I was from a very early age, and I found it was something student and learner, and you've got to be willing to learn from the students and not just teach. You've got to be willing to learn as well. So I think that I really enjoy that aspect of teaching, of making connections and seeing differences being made on a daily basis.
So
That is what got me in some form. I'll always be a teacher.
so like, when did you know that you have to, you know, teach in this unique way? What made you do that?
We lost connection for a second there, but was the question what made me want to teach in the units
No, no,
in the
in
particular
this,
type of school?
no, no, in this unique way, like rap. No, why not teach like a normal teacher?
Um, that would be like, to use an analogy, that would be like Usain Bolt not wanting to sprint. That would be like, if you can do something and you have a talent in something, I think that you have to use it.
Yeah.
Because if you've got it, you need to employ all of the skills and the tools that you have to make a difference. And with me, I'm so into hip hop, and I've been rapping from a young age and making beats and stuff. I've always loved that, and the children that I work
Oh, okay.
in East
So
London, they really connect with music in a way that they wouldn't connect with. They wouldn't connect with Beethoven or classical music like that. They don't have the same enjoyment of it that someone else might, but they really do connect with hip hop and with rap, and that's a good way to get through to them.
Yeah,
and you can start with it and then obviously go into other forms of music. But yeah, that's why I use it, because it makes my life easier, and it makes the students' lives more entertained at least.
yeah, even I love hip hop and rap. When I was a child, yeah, I used to write this raps and everything, but yeah, didn't do it continuously.
You should get back into it, man. You should. Is there a hip hop scene in Nepal? Do people make hip hop?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'll certainly send you some links of this music after this interview. There are some very good
Yeah, I'd be
rappers.
really interested.
So there's like one Bullet Flow is there. Very nice rapper, man. It's very fast, very smooth. I'll say surely send you the links. Like, is there any way that I can learn rap, or how do I learn rap?
How can you learn rap? I mean, if you can talk, you can rap essentially, because that's just, if you can talk and rap, it's just about in in the structure of bars, not meaning lyrics, but meaning the time. So a bar has 4 beats, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's the rhythm. And essentially, you are just putting words to that rhythm. Like if I said 1, 2, 3, 4, my name is Chris. Or you could do it quicker. It could be 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4. My name is Chris Chris. And then you're doing a double time flow. So it's all about that rhythmic way of speech that is matched to music. And that's what separates rap from poetry, because poetry can be more free form. It doesn't have to conform to a particular metrical pattern. But rap, you need to be on beat, or you're working with the music. You're kind of another instrument on the track, but the instrument is your voice rather than percussion, for example. But yeah, if you want to learn it, you've got to be in your bedroom listening to rap music and rapping along to it and just practicing all the time. It takes a long time. I've been doing this since I was 10. I'm 27 now, so that's, let's say, 17 years until it became second nature for me. Like I can rap about anything at any time and work it into an improvised freestyle. But that's just from years and years of practice, I'd say.
So I'll certainly give it another go. I don't know whether
Yeah.
um, okay, I'll give it another go. This one. So
Mhm.
coming back to teaching, like what makes the school system so inefficient, like nowadays, and what is the remedy to it? Ah, we lost connection. Did we? Hello? 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 You hearing me?
Are we back?
Hello?
Um,
You hearing me?
so, yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah, I can. Just lost connection for a bit there. So, what makes the school system so inefficient nowadays? What do you,
School systems are more successful than others. I in Denmark, they have really good school systems that primarily focus on the welfare of the student, on their well-being, rather than pushing them too academically. So they have less time at school, more time, and the time that is spent at school structured around healed in many different ways. Now, the problem in the UK is that we don't have that system. Everything is taught in accordance to completing an exam. And this begins from a really young age. This begins at age 6 when you're doing your SATs. And then you've got your 11 plus, and then you've got your GC levels, and the whole is really rigidly based around because it's almost like a. So the remedy of it is to restructure a system that is more focused on well-being.
Hello?
Oh,
I just lost connection.
you back?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Cool. So basically, yeah, the remedy is less testing and more focus on individuality rather than just seeing them as these machines that have to complete exams in order to do well in life. Because life should be about more than examination, in my opinion.
Okay. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, so that was.
Too much I just can't hear you properly.
Did you hear my answer, or do you want me to say it again?
Just there are just too many disturbances.
Say that one more time.
There are just like too many disturbances. Like it's like switching on and off.
Oh, really? Yeah, it makes it difficult.
Yeah. I think we should cancel this today. I think. I'm really sorry.
That's all right. Like, have you got some stuff that you can use from this? We can do it again, like when I've got more signal. But we'd have to do that when I'm back in England, which is like Thursday.
Yeah, sure. I will be like free on that.
Well, I've got yes, because at the moment I'm just hotspotting my phone. I'm not using the Wi-Fi because there's no Wi-Fi out here. So
Oh yes, sure.
let's pick this up on Thursday. Yeah, let's pick this up on Thursday, and then it will be much easier for you. And that's
Sure. Once again,
cool. Anyway,
I'm really sorry that I took up your time. I'm really
oh,
sorry.
not at all, man. At all. Don't worry about it. Like, I'm happy. I'm happy to help out. I'm happy to talk. You know,
Then thank you.
That's what it's all about. It's all about connection, even though our connection is literally not working great.
Wow, that's like one of the best apps I've heard today. Yeah. It's certainly going in my Instagram, this one. That's really cool.
Yeah. Anyway.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, I'll catch you on Thursday. When I'm free, but it'll be around this time on Thursday.
Okay, sure. Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
And you have a good day, yeah?
What?
Send me some links to Nepalese rap.
Yeah, sure, man. Sure, I'll just send you right now.
And I'll listen to it Thursday.
Sure. Bye. No, just too much.